Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN Television News. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
Imagine having the home of your dreams. Imagine investing in that piece of property you can call your own. Imagine finally doing that home improvement project you've always been thinking about. It's time to stop imagining and start doing. Let the GUT Credit Union help you take the first step with fantastic rates, affordable repayments, and reduced legal fees. Make the move. Get better terms on your mortgage. Use your home equity to make those dreams a reality. Act now. There's really no place like home. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
This is the GBN Television News for Wednesday, the 28th of July, 2021. I'm Chrislyn, Lashington. In the headlines, murder accused, charged, and remanded. Woman collapses and dies at supermarket parking lot. Quick thinking by passerby saves the day for a woman who complained of chest pains while walking along Grand Anse Main Road. Cowpen owner charged for accommodating more patrons than permitted at his fete. Other would-be violators warned to have their monies at the ready. Prime Minister to weigh in on mass gatherings and announce stimulus packages in national address tomorrow evening. And pollster Peter Wickham identifies similarities between Grenada's National Democratic Congress and the UWP, which suffered major upset in St. Lucia elections on Monday. And around the globe, trade unions in Antigua protest outside the Prime Minister's office, unions against mandatory testing, and Turkey building 40-mile border wall to curb Afghan refugees. Coming up in sports, Tokyo daily COVID-19 cases top 3,000 for the first time. Details right after this message.
Get high making money moves with the NLA's new Aces High Scratch game with 4 chances to win. Beat the dealer's card to win the prize shown. Reveal an A symbol. And just like that, you are automatically a winner. Scratch away to win the top prize of $10,000. Win easy with Scratch. Must be 18 or older to play.
Good evening. This is GBN's News at 7. 4 charges have been laid against a Victoria man following the stabbing death in St. Mark on the weekend. He appeared at the Victoria Magistrates Court today, from where Chrislyn John sent us this report.
Concerted attempts made by members of the Royal Grenada Police Force to shield murder-accused Kenny Alexander, alias Skerem, from the lens of the camera made it difficult for the media to get a fair shot of him. Alexander made his first court appearance on Wednesday at the Victoria Magistrate Court. 34-year-old Alexander, a resident of Queen Street, Victoria, St. Mark, was arrested on Tuesday, 27th July by officers attached to CID Guelph Police Station in relation to Grenada's 3rd recorded homicide for 2021. Alexander was charged for non-capital murder, attempted murder, and wounding. According to reports, the incident occurred on Saturday, July 24th at Victoria St. Mark, which arose from an altercation involving about 4 individuals, one of whom is now deceased. The deceased has been named as Jason Gannis of Bonaire St. Mark. Jason's sister and brother were left nursing stab wounds. The murder accused also received a charge of grievous harm for an unrelated matter that occurred at Gun Battle Guelph on July 17th, 2021. He was remanded to a magistrate's prison awaiting his next court appearance on August 18, 2021. GBN understands that another arrest was made in relation to the said incident. Julian was charged for wounding and was granted bail in the amount of $7,500 with one surety. He is scheduled to reappear in court on September 9, 2021. Chrislyn John, GBN News.
Meanwhile, tempers flared again today on the island's east coast. A police report says that 2 men got into a fight and one of them was stabbed several times and has been hospitalized. One of the 2 is in police custody. The altercation occurred just before noon. Another dispatch from the police indicated that Lyndon Paul, a 36-year-old farmer of Subi St. Andrew, was arrested and charged on 2 counts of causing dangerous harm. Those charges stem from a stabbing incident at Subi St. Andrew last Saturday. Paul appeared at the Grenville Magistrates Court on Tuesday, and he was remanded to Her Majesty's prisons. He will reappear in court on August 18th. Now there's sad news for several people tonight as families and friends absorb the shocking news that a woman went to town but did not make it back home. She died suddenly while walking through the parking lot of a supermarket in the city. Today's shocking episode follows an incident yesterday when a passerby saved the day for a woman who fell ill while walking along the Grand Anse Main Road. We get reports on both incidents from Chrislyn.
It was just after 2 o'clock in the afternoon when word spread that something was amiss at Foodlands Market Square parking lot. An eyewitness told GBN that she was exiting the parking lot when she heard a thud behind her.
Standing inside Foodland and outside the parking lot there, I saw the lady walk out from the supermarket. But I went back to my cell phone and then I hear something fall on the ground. So when I turn around, I see the lady on the ground. So I rush over to her and then she was fighting to breathe, gasping for breath. And then, I took out a mask from her face. And then, when she catch herself, she asked me if the ambulance, 3 times she asked me if the ambulance coming. So I tell her, hold on, they call the ambulance. But
According to her, a supermarket employee rushed to the nearby health center to get help.
Giant Foodland run down to the health center to get a nurse. He come back, nobody didn't come. Then 5 minutes after, a man went back up again. Then nobody didn't come. And then some trainees I saw passing, and I call them and they come and they attend to the lady. And when one of the guys checked, one of the male nurse checked for pulse, she'd have gone already. So she stayed like half an hour to an hour on the ground there. And then after you see the nurses, 3 nurses from the health center come down and attend to her.
After checking the woman's vitals, it became evident that she had transitioned. The area was carted off by the police and undertakers were called to the scene. After various procedures and protocols, her body was removed. The uncertainty of life was also brought to the fore yesterday when an emergency response vehicle was seen rushing through Grand Anse. Our news crew followed the vehicle as it sped to the scene. The responders came to a stop in the vicinity of a commercial complex area. GBN noticed the lady being lifted onto a gurney, following which she was rushed to the general hospital. An eyewitness at the scene told GBN that she was walking along the pavement when the woman complained to her that she was experiencing a pain in her chest just before she collapsed. The passerby summoned an emergency team. The woman who fell ill was walking with a child when she collapsed, and the youngster was also taken to the general hospital by the emergency responders. The eyewitness says she was thankful that she was on the scene and in a position to call for help. Chrislyn, GBN News.
He says he supports progress and he wants the political jumbies to leave him alone. But the owner of the popular nightclub has been made to understand that he's not above the law. Jude Jack is being hauled before the courts for violating the laws related to social gatherings.
He confessed.
The only problem what I could say I might have here, if they tell me it is 50, it might have 70 because people want to lie. So the crowd, it is a little more than they tell me.
Now he is charged. Officers attached to the Grenville police station have arrested and charged 50-year-old Jude Jack of Paradise St. Andrew for accommodating more persons at his Cowpen venue than the number specified on the permission document. He was granted bail in the sum of $2,500 with one surety. Jack, whose occupation is listed as a butcher, will appear at the Grenville Magistrates Court on September 3rd. The charge against him was first disclosed on GBN's To The Point by head of the Community Relations Department of the Royal Grenada Police Force, Superintendent Vannie Cohen.
If you want to have those activities, you might be allowed to have those activities, not by law enforcement, but will allow you to have those activities. But rest assured that when the dust settles on these activities, you are going to receive your ticket, you are going to make a court appearance, your $350 need to be set aside because policing now has to be more strategic. We do not want to set up a fight between law enforcement and our communities, and that is what we have been avoiding. So we've been very tolerant, we've been very patient, we've been very engaging, we've been calling for calm and adherence.
Addressing the defiance by many who maintain that masks must play, Superintendent Cohen had this warning.
But when you refuse to meet us on that half, we have other ways and means of dealing with you. We cannot allow our population to disregard our laws and get away scot-free. We are not the jungle. We are not other countries. We are Grenada, where we respect our laws and we're still a country of law and we are still a peaceful people. So we're not going to go over there and fight with our people, but trust me, we are going to enforce the law that we are mandated to enforce. And you will have your day in court and your $350 or your $1,000 need to be set aside if you continue to be belligerent and disrespectful to what is currently in place.
For those who are planning to breach the COVID-19 regulations, the message is simple. Have your monies set aside.
I can tell you of a few. We had one at Victoria, Cheyenne, Victoria. He was dealt with. Only this morning, I approve a release for the cow pen that says that the proprietor is ticketed. He has been dealt with. There are a number of people across the country. I know for a fact that we have ticketed or deal with one way or the other. I have not collated and quantified the numbers, so I cannot tell you 10, 15, 20, or 25. But I can tell you most of the promoters who have had an activity outside permission from the RGPF have been dealt with.
In recent weeks, especially on Sundays, people have been dabbing themselves with black oil, flour and white paint, which are now synonymous with Grenadian mass. Some have drawn politics into the foray of defiance. During one of the recent street jump-ups at Willis, one group was heard chanting, "No mass, no vote for Keith Mitchell." Police Commissioner Edwin Martin told a media briefing yesterday that charges have been laid against some of the violators at Willis. The lawmen have made it clear that they stand ready to enforce the regulations. Trellona Charles, GBN News.
Some have been commenting on the silence of the Prime Minister, who is the National Security Minister, on the challenges brought about by mass public gatherings, which are in violation of the COVID-19 regulations. He has decided to break his silence and will address this and other subjects during a national address on Thursday night. GBN's Charian Blackman-Stephen looks ahead to his speech.
Prime Minister Mitchell's address will focus primarily on three areas, one of which is the COVID-19 pandemic, which remains a critical area of concern not only here in Grenada, but around the world. The Prime Minister is expected to speak on the issue of vaccination and vaccine hesitancy. He is also expected to express concern over the increasing tendency towards mass gatherings and non-compliance with the recommended protocols, both of which can create ideal conditions for any potential spread of COVID-19. Throughout the pandemic, government has consistently referenced the need for a delicate balance between safeguarding the lives of people and protecting their livelihoods. As such, the Prime Minister will also speak about efforts being made by the government to bring relief to the people of Grenada, Carriacou and Petite Martinique. On this subject, Dr. Mitchell will advise on the status of a soon-to-be-implemented stimulus package for beneficiaries in different sectors and the 6-month-long debushing program, which will provide jobs for thousands of Grenadians. GBN's media platforms will broadcast the Prime Minister's address at 8 p.m. on Thursday, July 29.
This is News at 7. Coming up, pollster Peter Wickham analyzes the commonalities between UWP, which just lost St. Lucia's general elections, and Grenada's National Democratic Congress. Stay with us.
Take your shot and get back to your life. Take your shot and get back to your life. Take your shot, take your shot, take your shot, get back to your life. Take your shot, take your shot, take your shot, get back to your life. Take your shot, take your shot, take your shot, get back to your life. Take your shot, take your shot, take your shot, get back to your life.
A message from Republic Bank.
Need a quick, convenient way to pay your bills and avoid lines? Use the online banking feature from Republic Bank, First Caribbean, or Co-op Bank. Contact them today to set up your online banking and enjoy 24-hour convenience to make your bill payments. Stay safe. Grenlec, we are united even when we are apart.
You can win when you top it up, switch it up, sign it up, bundle up. Easy wins with Flow.
Catch the easy summer vibes with over $70,000 in cash and prizes. Just top up $15 or more. Activate a prepaid plan. Switch to Flow or bundle your home services to get your share of $70,000 in cash, data, Samsung Galaxy devices, shopping vouchers, and more.
You can win when you top it up, switch it up, sign it up, bundle up. Easy wins with Flow.
Flow terms and conditions apply.
Sunday, August 1st from 6 p.m. The 26th edition of Wackety Virtual Bingo is on, and you can win big money.
How much? Like $8,000?
Your mother! You can win $10,000 US.
Wow!
And hear this: for 1 week only, tickets are $10 US, then $12 US after. If you're in Grenada, tickets are available at gotofed.com or from numerous box offices island-wide. If you're playing overseas, tickets are only available at gotofed.com. So, what are you waiting for? Sunday, August 1st, play Wackety Virtual Bingo. It's the new way to play bingo.
Ridgeway Residences, a modern, exclusive residential community offered by Ariza. Purchase one of our completely built houses or let us build for you by simply choosing your lot, choosing your home design from our selection, and let us do the rest. Owning a home does not have to be a frustrating process. For more information, contact Ariza Credit Union on 415-0994 or send us an email on info@ridgewayresidences.gd. Ridgeway Residences, hassle-free home ownership.
It's coming. Something's coming. Listen, something big is happening, Grenada, and it's just what you've been waiting for. The Grenada Movement, TGM the Party, launches on Monday, August 2nd at the Spice Basket in Beaulieu. Doors open at 3 p.m. The event starts at 5 p.m. sharp. You're invited to come out and be entertained, motivated, and empowered as TGM unveils its political platform, a movement to change our future. Come out in your numbers or join us online as together we take Grenada forward. COVID-19 protocols will be in full effect.
Leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Take your shot and get back to your life. Take your shot and get back your life. Take a shot, take a shot, take a shot, get back to your life. Take a shot, take a shot, take a shot, get back to your life. Take a shot, take a shot, take a shot, get back to your life. Take a shot, take a shot, take a shot, get back to your life.
A message from Republic Bank.
The promised launch of the Grenada Movement, TGM, as a political party over the upcoming Emancipation Weekend is being viewed as no coincidence. Liberation and freedom, with the hope of charting a new course for Grenada, surrounds its theme of empowering our people, igniting hope for the future. Some new faces were also featured during a TGM press conference on Wednesday.
We wouldn't call it a merger, but yes, we're a team.
Basil Williams, who is known to be the deputy political leader of the Progressive Party, confirmed his organization's relationship with the Grenada Movement.
We had talks. We've met with Dr. Entwine. We are aligned in many ways, so we simply combined our resources.
Just over 2 weeks ago, TGM chairman Dr. Patrick Entwine had denied being aware of any such collaboration among the political parties. During a press conference on Wednesday, TGM member Faye Thompson further stated it was not about collaboration with other political parties, but with people, as she explained her switch from the NDC.
People grow, people develop. They see better avenues for effecting the things that you want to effect. And as you grow, you make changes in life.
The Grenada Movement is due to officially launch itself as a political party on Monday, August 2nd at the Spice Basket.
And so the people that we've been working with have said, we are wasting time. Let's try to see how we can change it by changing legislation. How do you change legislation? By getting into office. And we hope to get into office with all like-minded people who know that there's a better way, who understand that we cannot leave our people to languish like they've been languishing.
Thompson, noting the lack of support for development NGOs as in prior years and the lack of influence in effecting change, said that is what led to the transition.
And are now saying, yes, we are ready for you to transition. You've taken too long. That is a cry we're getting.
She impressed TGM will be ready to contest the general elections in 2023, especially if the people are ready for a change. I am Gerald Joseph for GBN News.
Parallels are being drawn between Grenada's main opposition party, the National Democratic Congress, and the United Workers' Party in St. Lucia. The UWP suffered a major upset in the general elections, which were held on Monday. Pollster Peter Wickham has been analyzing the UWP-NDC similarities with GBN.
The infamous poll that Cadres did during the NDC's term reflected the fact that people would have preferred the party to have given leadership to Peter David than to essentially sink the whole ship. The NDC opted to go the direction of sinking the ship.
The Caribbean Development Research Services Cadres has been keeping its pulse on Caribbean politics for several years. Director Peter Wickham is now vacationing in Spain, but took the time to talk to us today to assess Grenada's political parties as well as St. Lucia's elections. The St. Lucia Labour Party, led by Philip J. Pear, made gains in 7 constituencies to secure a total of 13 seats in Parliament. Its demise at the polls has been likened to the fate suffered by Grenada's National Democratic Congress, which won the 2008 general elections but was humiliated in the 2013 polls. Peter Wickham says the outcome of Monday's elections in St. Lucia reflects the struggles faced by the National Democratic Congress in Grenada.
My sense is that the NDC, like the UWP, has been looking for the Messiah for a long time, and they have been unable to find their Messiah. The difference with the UWP, though, is that I think it has been a lot more realistic about options that it had at its disposal. Say what you like about Alan Chastamy, he had attractive aspects about him, which were part of that slightly more desirable manifestation.
In the July 2008 general election, the NDC won 11 out of 15 seats and the party leader, Tillman Thomas, became Prime Minister.
In the case of the NDC has ignored its more flamboyant leaders in favor of persons who have been chosen because they were the least offensive option. I think Tillman Thomas stands out as a perfect example. Tillman led the NDC not because Tillman was the most flamboyant or the most charismatic. He led the NDC simply because he was the person that was the least offensive option to all concerned.
Despite a 40% vote share in the 2013 election, the NDC lost the 11 seats it had won in 2008 to the new National Party, NMP, which obtained all 15 seats. Wickham thinks the NDC's problem could be traced to seeds of distrust which were sown during Grenada's revolutionary period.
The NDC has some issues which I believe are rooted in the revolution and the level of distrust that has been created over time in relation to individuals that served at different levels. And I think that is a problem that the NDC has been struggling to get past since the 1970s. And frankly, as it appears now in its current manifestation, it's still struggling to find this messiah and seem to be unable to do so.
The UWP in St. Lucia is still smarting from the defeat at the polls on Monday. Outgoing Prime Minister Alan Chasney said in a concession message that the party will take time to heal, regroup, and keep the flambeau flame burning. Krista Campbell, GBN News.
Grenada and other Caribbean islands now have access to funds to purchase COVID-19 vaccines if they need to do so. They are being provided with financial aid through a facility set up by the Caribbean Development Bank, CDB, and the European Investment Bank, EIB. Rena Pierre-Thomas attended the virtual signing ceremony today and sent us this report.
Euro 30 million is now available to CDB's borrowing member countries for health-related emergency spending. This includes the purchase of COVID-19 vaccines, efforts to limit the spread of the virus, and investment in healthcare. The fund will help protect vulnerable groups and accelerate the region's return to normal economic activities. The concessional financing falls under the border CDB-EIB cooperation to improve resilience in the region. CDB President Ginny Leon announced the agreement at a virtual signing ceremony.
The availability of this 30 million euros will be critical for BMCs in getting more affordable access to safe vaccines and related material, equipment, and services for their populations. Today's signing marks another significant milestone, and it starts another phase of the comprehensive COVID-19 response program initiated by CDB since the onset of the pandemic.
Commenting on the agreement, Vice President of EIB, Ricardo Felix, said strong international cooperation is essential for ending the COVID-19 crisis and to unlock a global economic and social recovery.
A partnership will help to protect vulnerable groups against the impact of the pandemic, to reduce and contain the spread of the virus, and make sure that Caribbean economies can welcome back tourists and make the region a destination of choice, even while the pandemic still affects us. Today, we are honored to sign this agreement that makes 30 million euros, or around $35 million, of concessional funding available for Caribbean countries.
On April 9th, Grenada received 24,000 doses of COVID-19 vaccines through the COVAX facility. COVAX seeks to provide vaccines for at least 20% of the population of each participating country during 2021. On May 26th, the island received another shipment of vaccines. To date, just over 21,000 people have received the first dose of the vaccine. 15,770 have received both doses and are considered fully vaccinated. That represents about 14% of Grenada's population. For GBN News, I am Rena Pierre-Thomas reporting.
Earlier in the newscast, we carried a report which highlighted the charge laid against the owner of the popular events venue, the Cowpen. So what do you think about the whole episode? Well, some persons have commented, and their thoughts are the subject of tonight's Social Buzz feature.
This is Social Buzz, where we shine a light on the thoughts and concerns of our online audience. The Cowpen came into sharp focus following an event held on the weekend, which police say breached COVID-19 protocols. Commissioner of Police Edwin Martin said an internal investigation will be done into the police officers who were present at the event.
I see other people having activity all where you pass. So I say, okay, I'm going to right to have activity. When everything was okay, they give me the permission with procedure of what they put in place. June, I don't want that, and I don't want that.
GBN's online audience gave their opinions. Thomas commented, "My question is, why didn't the officers who were there act immediately and shut down the event when the number of persons exceeded the amount stated in the agreement? No way you could ever have an event at Cowpen and don't expect a big crowd." Anne wrote, "The law must apply to everyone, regardless of who you are. Time to get serious. We don't have the facility to accommodate an outbreak." Charles commented, "In all fairness, Cowpen is not the only venue holding large events. Jude is right to defend himself." Earl commented, "Thank you, Mr. Martin. I could not comprehend how the violation occurred in the presence of police officers." Betty added, "How could you tell me you're giving a place like Cowpen permission to host an event and give limited people entry, where it has all kind of direction and hole to pass through? All how you take it, mass will play. And Mr. Prime Minister, you said no activities, so don't give anybody permission." And Amanda commented, "In all seriousness, I'm glad Jude stood up for himself. Witnessing week after week massive gatherings in other like venues, but none made the news. Neither had the commissioner's attention. But somehow Cowpen did. What he's trying to say is treat all promoters the same. Not some could have and some can't." That's it for tonight's Social Buzz. If you would like to have your thoughts and concerns shared, be sure to comment on GBN's Facebook page.
Still ahead, one of the major aquatic events, which is usually held early in the year, gets off to a late start because of COVID-19. We'll bring you up to speed on that after the break.
There is an auto repair center that is revolutionizing the way they do business. Presenting Premium Auto Services Limited. We offer wheel alignment, diagnostic scan, AC servicing, transmission fluid exchange, power steering fluid flush, just to name a few. We are in fact your one-stop auto repair center for motor cars, SUVs, pickups, buses, and even trucks. We're on the Calivini Main Road and boast of a highly skilled professional team. We are trusted and highly recommended, and most of all, certified by Master Align. Visit us today or call 439-4000. Premium Auto Services Limited, your complete auto care center.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
Get ready ready for the most anticipated event this summer. Wagiti Premium All-Inclusive Fest. Tropical Hawaiian. The White Edition. On Saturday, July 31st from 5 p.m.
Tantine Plainfield.
Featuring 2 live bands.
Solid and Octane.
With Grenada's top soca acts.
Looney Sparks and Electrify.
Blackadad. Your DJs Danny and Kevon. Advance tickets $350. Available at gotofat.com
or our main office on Grove Street Mall.
Saturday, July 31st. Wagiti Premium All-Inclusive Fest. This is not just a fete, it's an event. Please note all patrons must be fully vaccinated.
Looking for a professional team offering around-the-clock private and confidential nursing, medical care, and aid services? Then look no further. Nurses Care Grenada is a fully certified, insured, and licensed healthcare facility committed to the reduction and eventual elimination of healthcare disparities affecting the nation. Our registered nurses will visit you at your home, assess your condition, and provide the required treatment under the directive of a doctor. So why worry when there's Nurses Care Grenada? Give us a call, 406-3928. Nurses Care, reliable, trusted professionals we can all depend on.
A whole new level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. Plumbing fixtures, cutting and grinding discs, PVC glue, drywall screws, and power saw blades. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
Introducing Color by Sissons. 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 Color by Sissons.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
You can win when you top it up, switch it up, sign it up, on the love. Easy wins with Flow. Easy win, Flow. Easy win.
Catch the easy summer vibes with over $70,000 in cash and prizes. Just top up $15 or more. Activate a prepaid plan. Switch to Flow or bundle your home services to get your share of $70,000 in cash, data, Samsung Galaxy devices, shopping vouchers, and more.
You can win when you top it up, switch it up, sign it up, on the love. Easy wins with Flow.
Flow terms and conditions apply.
The 2021 Spice Island Billfish Tournament is officially on as the local competition will start this week. The annual tournament, held sometime in January each year, was moved to July this year due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Rena Pear Thomas tells us more.
The Spice Island Billfish Tournament Committee is excited to announce to fisherfolk that the 2021 local tournament will be held on Thursday, July 29th, starting at 4:30 and will end on Saturday, 31st July, with a prize-giving ceremony. Local tournament organizer Neil Roberts says that with the help of the Fisheries Division, the competition is expected to be a success. Every participant will be required to bring their catch to any fish market across the Tri-Island state before its closure to be weighed and recorded.
Basically, the fishermen go out and they do their normal trade, they catch. However, no billfish species like the blue marlins and stuff are not part of that recording for our competition. They go to the fish markets, they get the fish weighed in, and they keep their catch and sell their catch as normal. The data is then forwarded to us, and then we have the calculation as the heaviest weight in terms of catch.
Robert explains that due to the lack of resources, the committee will only be able to award prizes to the first, second, and third overall winners this year. He spoke of the prizes to be won.
Top prize being 40 horsepower outboard engine, which is key to fishermen trade. And we give other items as coolers, live vests, flares, safety equipment, and other equipment that is in use in the trade on a daily basis.
The committee will also host a one-day shootout event, which is open to fishermen from around the world, with a registration fee of $150. This will happen on Friday, 30th July, and all COVID-19 entry protocols must be met in order to be part of the event. Chairman of the Spice Island Billfish Tournament Committee, Nicholas George, gave more details.
Fishing starts at 6 o'clock. People are allowed to go and position themselves before that time, but at the end of the day, fishing starts at 6. We request that all fishing ends at 2 p.m., but it's a fun event. We are not following IGFA rules. It's just to get everybody out on the water, get as much fish on the boat, and get as much fish weighed.
All financial earnings made from the sale of fish at the event will be donated to homes throughout the Tri-Island state. This will be the first billfish tournament to be held on island since the outbreak of COVID-19 in 2020. For GBN News, I am Rena Pear Thomas reporting.
And now for tonight's ISAW report. It focuses on some people's favorite fruit.
A good eye captures all. GBN ISAW is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clear Vision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
GBN's ISAW reporter tonight features an extra long cucumber. Our ISAW reporter said she was intrigued by the length of her harvest. Many Grenadians are engaged in backyard farming. What have you produced? Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Intriguing indeed. Stay with us. The weather and sports up next.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business, your education.
For your financial freedom.
For that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
Valley Pharmacy offers both wholesale and retail pharmaceutical and over-the-counter products. We have the most competitive and affordable prices. We are the agents for Vic Plus multivitamin for healthy everyday lifestyle and Sanatogen powder. Hills and Valley Pharmacy supplies the best quality, name brand clinical products such as Rescue Oil, Bio Oil, Neutrogena, Aveeno, and Clarisil. We offer the most convenient opening hours. Our telephone numbers are 435-6904 or 6903. Remember, at Hills and Valley Pharmacy, your health is our business. We care.
Now open Hills and Valley Medicare Center, your one-stop for medical supplies, massage therapy, physiotherapy, and an in-house physician. At Hills and Valley, your health is our business.
Get ready for the most anticipated event this summer. Wagiti Premium All-Inclusive Fest. Tropical Hawaiian. The White Edition. On Saturday, July 31st from 5 p.m.
Tantine Plainfield.
Featuring 2 live bands.
Solid and Octane.
With Grenada's top soca acts.
Looney Sparks and Electrify.
Blackadad. Your DJs Danny and Kevon. Advance tickets $350. Available at gotofat.com
or our main office on Bruce Street Mall.
Saturday, July 31st. Wagiti Premium All-Inclusive Fest. This is not just a fete, it's an event. Please note all patrons must be fully vaccinated.
Once upon a time, we shopped at Wonderland, then Neverland. But we're all grown up now and no longer believe in fairy tales. So now we just shop at Shoes R Us. At Shoes R Us, we stock the latest in shoes, tops, and jeans for the fashion-conscious lady. We also carry colognes and much, much more. And for the modern trendy male, we have the latest brand-name shoes and sneakers, Converse, Reebok, Nike, K-Swiss, Puma, and much more. So check us out at our 2 convenient locations, Melville Street in St. George and Ben Jones Street in Granville. At Shoes R Us, we say, come shop with us.
And herbal supplements? Or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 for 18-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Fallage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
Keeping an eye on the weather. This is GBN. We've got you covered.
Weather forecast. Tonight's minimum temperature 24.5 degrees Celsius. Weather is expected to be cloudy to overcast with some widely scattered to widespread showers, some of which may become heavy and possible thunder showers. There is a possible landslide and flooding in vulnerable areas. Winds easterly to east-southeasterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour, gusting higher with showers. Seas slight to moderate, waves 3 to 5 feet in open waters. Tides low at 12:30 a.m. and high at 6:30 a.m. Looking ahead, sun will rise at 6 minutes to 6 in the morning. Thursday, partly cloudy to cloudy and breezy with some widely scattered to scattered showers and possible thunder, improving during the afternoon. On Friday, partly cloudy to occasionally cloudy and breezy with few brief to widely scattered showers possible, increasing in cloudiness overnight. And of course, some widely scattered to scattered showers and possible thunder. On Saturday, partly cloudy to overcast with some widely scattered to scattered showers and possible isolated thunder. That's it for your weather forecast on GBN News.
Good evening, sporting fans. The Grenada Chamber of Industry of Commerce's third annual Intersector Bowling Tournament commenced on Tuesday at Lavo Lanes. 7 new teams registered for a total of 16 teams in this year's competition. In results from last evening's matches, Creative Strikers scored 565 points to defeat RBL Blue Strikers to 1-0 on 514 points, while NBIA Sports Club B recorded 780 points versus Harbour Squad on 671 points. In Game 3, Grenlex Sports Club with 617 beat Dodgy Strikers, who scored 530 points, while FCIB Lucky Strike won by default over Real Value. Meanwhile, Tokyo recorded over 3,000 daily coronavirus cases for the first time less than a week after the Olympic Games began. The Tokyo Metropolitan Government recorded 3,177 cases of COVID-19, a record number in a single day, just 24 hours on from the 2,848 on Tuesday, which represented the previous high. Japan's capital remains under a state of emergency while the games take place. Wednesday marked the 5th day of the competition. Another 16 Olympic-related cases were announced by Tokyo 2020 organizers on Wednesday, taking the total to 169. Last Wednesday, when football and softball competitions began for the Olympics, the city recorded 1,359 cases. That's it for sports. Our One Caribbean Hookup is up next. This is your One Caribbean Hookup. As of Friday, July 23rd, only fully vaccinated taxi drivers were allowed to operate at the Argyle International Airport. The announcement was made by St. Vincent's Health Minister, St. Clair Prince, who said out of 350 registered taxi drivers, there are only 44 who are fully vaccinated. President of the SVG Taxi Association, Winston Morgan, said the government's decision is not surprising.
I knew it would come to that because guests who come in requesting vaccinated drivers, persons that booking hotels are doing the same. So it's just a matter of time before it would come to that. I mean, if persons are vaccinated, it's only fair that they'd want to deal with persons who are vaccinated themselves.
He said with the upcoming cruise ship season, taxi drivers will have to get the vaccine in order to gain an income.
I think with time, persons will get on the bandwagon, be vaccinated, because if it's your livelihood and you're directly affected, I mean, 2 seasons, plus we have not had a cruise ship season. A lot of the drivers do well when tourist boat is in. So if you're not having that influx of work that would bring much needed money, you could take care of your family. You have to do what they have to do to get it right.
Meanwhile, following protest action taken by Antiguans outside the Prime Minister's office against mandatory testing every 2 weeks for unvaccinated frontline workers at their expense, several of the trade unions in Antigua and Barbuda have come together and made their position clear. Courtney Joseph reports.
We are in agreement that there should be no mandatory testing for unvaccinated persons, whether in the private or the public sector.
Bernice Mack making the position of the unions clear. The news conference was held in response to the government's policy for its unvaccinated frontline employees to submit fortnightly COVID-19 tests or be sent home without pay. Among the unions present were the Antigua Trades and Labor Union, Antigua and Barbuda Workers Union, Antigua and Barbuda Trade Union Congress, and unions representing nurses, teachers, and hotel workers. They expressed disappointment as they claimed the government held no consultations with unions before announcing the policy.
Our position, and I speak for the Antigua and Barbuda Trade Union Congress, all our unions that we represent, and all other organizations that represent workers around Antigua and Barbuda, that there should be consultation before these statements are issued. There needs to be continuous dialogue.
Representatives from the Antigua and Barbuda Trade Union Congress revealed that they did reach out to the government of Antigua and Barbuda on the 23rd of June to initiate consultations on the matter but got no response. Trade unionists are calling for further public education to encourage vaccination.
We believe that the way forward has to be dialogue and education. It is education that will provide comfort to persons, to allow them to get to a point where they will take the vaccine.
The unions insist a strike is a last resort, but they are prepared to stand in solidarity with their membership if necessary. They are hoping for further consultations. Courtney Joseph, ABS News.
Internationally, a new concrete border wall extending 40 miles has been built by Turkey's government in an effort to curb the influx of people from Afghanistan who are crossing into the country via Iran. We get details in this report.
Turkey has built a new concrete border wall in an effort to stop an influx of people from Afghanistan from crossing into the country via Iran. The massive concrete structure in the eastern province of Van stretches 40 miles long. It comes as the number of Afghan migrants trying to enter the country from Iran has risen. Many are refugees fleeing violence in Afghanistan as the United States and its NATO allies withdraw troops and Taliban fighters seize territory. Emin Bilmaz is a local governor.
sınır hattında engellediğimiz ve içeride
The number of refugees we seized on the borderline and thwarted last year is around 105,000. This year, the number of refugees we seized on the border and started legal proceedings with has exceeded 55,000.
Afghans have been crossing from Iran into Turkey for years, many of them en route to Europe. But the number of detentions this month has raised concerns about a new influx. Turkish authorities intercepted a boat carrying more than 200 Afghan migrants in the Aegean Sea heading for Europe, the Coast Guard said on Wednesday. Last week, officials said they had detained 1,500 irregular migrants, most of them Afghans, near the Iranian border in the past 10 days. President Tayyip Erdogan's government, which is already hosting 3.7 million Syrian refugees, says it wants to avoid another refugee wave. The UNHCR said an estimated 270,000 Afghans had been newly displaced inside the country since January. That brings the total population forced from their homes to more than 3.5 million.
That's it for your One Caribbean Hookup. I'm Trellona Charles. Thank you for joining us.
Let's recap the headlines. Murder accused charged and remanded. Woman collapses and dies at supermarket parking lot. Passerby saves the day for a woman at Grand Anse who complained of chest pains while walking along Grand Anse Main Road. Cowpen owner charged for accommodating more patrons than permitted at his fete. Other would-be violators warned to have their monies ready. Prime Minister to weigh in on mass gatherings and announce stimulus packages in national address tomorrow evening. In around the globe, trade unions in Antigua protest outside the Prime Minister's office. Unions against mandatory testing. And Turkey building 40-mile border wall to curb Afghan refugees. In sports, Tokyo daily COVID-19 cases top 3,000 for the first time. If you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at www.gbn.gd or on GBN Television's Facebook page or YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Chrislyn Lashington. That's the news. We'll see you again. Good night.